We continue with Shir Hashirim, chapter 5, and in continuation of the last pasuk of chapter 4, the pasuk described that we asked Hakadosh Baruch Hu to come to his garden and start eating his luscious fruit again, basically redeem us. So Hashem Yisparach, our husband, answers the following. I tried this already. Bossi, in other words, we're trying to ask HaKadosh Baruch Hu to come right now and redeem us. So, but Hashem said, Ba'asi Legani, I came to my garden. Oysi Kala, my sister, the Kala, my bride. Arisi means I picked. Moiri Imbasami, I picked myrrh with all fragrances. That means I ate. I enjoyed all your good masim tovim. Ochalti yari im dishi, and I ate along with the honey. I ate the stalk. In other words, I went lefnim mishir sadin. So that means that I ate the unedible parts with your sweet parts. In other words, I was moichel on certain things that you did that you weren't supposed to do. Shusisi yeni im chalavi. I drank my wine with my milk. In other words, I ate the chalavi means fats. So these are the nesach yayin. I enjoyed your karbonos, and I told your children ichlu reim, eat from the meat of the carbon shlamim. Shesu v'shechru doidim, drink and become intoxicated a little bit. Doidim, my good friends. I wanted, in other words, HaKadosh Baruch Hu wanted to do good to us, and then HaKadosh Baruch Hu stops. Like he says, you know why I'm not bringing the Geula right now. And the Klal Yisrael says, which is the bride, says, the wife, we say, yes, you're right. Ani Yeshena, I was sleeping from the mitzvahs. The Libi R, my heart, which is the Eibishter, was awake. In other words, he always was with me. And he tried to get me to get on the good path before it's too late. And I totally ignored God. And we were like an angry wife that went into the bedroom and slammed the door. And all of a sudden, we don't want to hear from anybody. Koil doiti doifik. My husband starts knocking on the door through his Nevi'im that he wanted to. There's a remiss to the Nevi'im that wanted to turn us around. And HaKadosh Baruch Hu and HaKadosh Baruch Hu said, Pischli, open up for me, Achoisi, my sister, Ayasi, my love. Again, always we're related to Eibishter like a sibling. And HaKadosh Baruch Hu, despite, you want to motivate somebody who's angry at you, you have to start with sweet words. Yoinasi tamasin, my complete dove. I'm waiting outside and it's pouring rain. Shiroishi nimla tal, my head is soaking with dew. Kvutzasai, risise loila, and my locks of my hair are soaked from the rain at night. In other words, I'm so in pain, says HaKadosh Baruch Hu, that you're not opening the door for me. Because when and it's a remez also, when the Jews are in Galus, HaKadosh Baruch Hu is in Galus. Says the woman, says, in my stupidity, I was so in such a mood, instead of running to open the door and come back to my husband with simcha, I answered stupidity. Poshati is ketanti. I took off my clothing already. In other words, I'm in pajamas. Echacha el bashena. How am I going to put back on my clothing? It's such a big bother. And in other words, we were merames that we already took off the cloak that we were makabel by Har Sinai, and we're not doing the mitzvahs anymore. And so it's a bother for us to come back. Rechatzi is raglai. I washed my feet before I got into bed. How should I make them dirty? By walking on the earthen floor. And therefore, she's merames that also that I'm not following the the dust of the Chachamim. I'm done. It's too late already. But Doidi, my love, Shalach Yodei Min Hachar, sent his hand from the hole. In other words, he sent me a little bit of tsaras, and because of that, and my stomach was moved over it, and because of and Meya Home Olai, my stomach started to get churning. In other words, that Hakadosh Baruch Hu started to give us tsaras at least so that we can make a move towards the door and open the door and to see HaKadosh Baruch Hu standing there trying to make up with us. But sometimes it gets too late. Kamtiani liftayach. I got up to open l'doidi to my husband, my beloved, and not really. V'yadi not fimar b'etzba'isei my hands were like sweaty, with flowing, dripping myrrh and flowing more, right? And flowing more over that's al kapis amal on the door handle. In other words, like a person who's sweating, who is not really truthful, is not sincere about what he's about to do. So you're nervous when you're about to lie. So Pesachti ani l'doidi, I opened up the door to my house, and b'doidi chamakavar, and my husband is not there anymore. My husband, my beloved, is not there. And nafshi yotza, my soul left me. B'dabroi, when HaKadosh Baruch Hu said, I'm never coming back because you didn't want to open the door. Bikashtihu, I searched for him. I didn't find him. Kirasiv, I called for him. Anoni, and he didn't answer because the gzeira was, we're now being thrown out of the house. The watchmen that watch the city at night, right, which are the policemen. These are the remezes for Nebuchadnezzar and his army that was surrounded the city. Hikuni, smote me. Pitzauni, wounded me. Nosni Suyudidi Me'alai, took off my gold chains, which is the base of Mikdash. Shomrei HaChaimis, Me'alai Shomrei HaChaimis. The watchers of the wall also started a fire, which is the Malachim that used to watch, so to speak, the base of Mikdash, as the pasuk says in Eichel Mimoram Shalach Eish. And we were sent into a very severe gullus. And when she mentions how she was real up there, and she just blew it because she didn't want to answer the door, and now the base of Mikdash was destroyed, she goes to the Bnei Yerushalayim and says like this: you think I'm angry because the Rabbeinu Shalom threw me out, and the Rabbeinu Shalom wounded me, my husband hit me and got somebody to beat me up? I make you swear, Bnei Yerushalayim, if you find my husband, my beloved, what are you going to tell him? I'm still in lovesick for him, because I know what he did was for my best interest, and despite being oppressed and we suffer because of him, we still love him. So they ask us, the Gumas Oilam ask us, what's so special about your husband from all the husbands of the world, you beautiful lady? In other words, what's so special about your God than any God? What's so special about your beloved that you made us swear like this? So now we discuss what we love so much about God. Doidi, my husband, is tzach va'odem. He's white and red. In other words, the Rabbeinu Shalom is white because that he does good with the midas chesed, infinite midas chesed, kindness, and also he's red. He's those that violate his will, Hashem punishes. Dogel miravava. Dogel means he's lifted up, miravah, higher than all the tens of billions of angels that are in the sky. Roishoi kasem paz. His head is is um, is shines like the finest gold. There's no words to describe the beauty of his kingdom because he is above any expression of of praise. Kavutzosav Taltalim, the locks of his the locks of curled of his curls, Shchayris Kairav is black like a raven. In other words, there are certain things in the Torah, there's crowns on top of on top of the letters of the black letters written in the Torah. Even that, there's so much depth to it, and so much halachas you could learn from that. So that therefore that the amazing part of the Torah is that it's there's nothing extra to it. Then we describe about HaKadosh Baruch Hu himself. Einav kiyonim, his eyes are like doves. That dipped in whiteness. It looks beautiful like a dove, alafike moyim, on a brook of river of water. It's washed in milk. Al miles, completely filling the sockets. Yeshua al miles, completely filling its sockets. In other words, God's eye sees from the top, just like a dove who has amazing eyesight and can see great distances. So also HaKadosh Baruch Hu, with one look, could see all the people of planet Earth. Nothing is hidden from it, and his watch over us is and over the world itself is with kindness and mercy. And when he has to punish, it's perfect. He doesn't add or doesn't do less. He's totally perfect, as the pasuk says, "Kelamuna ve'ein avel lechoyav karuga saboisem." His cheeks are like rows of his cheeks are like a bed of spices. Mugdalois merkachim, as banks of sweet herbs. His banks of sweet herbs. His lips are like lilies or roses. Neitvis mor dripping with myrrh, flowing myrrh. So what does this all mean? That it's just a praise towards the words of Torah, which are beautiful, that give a fragrance to the life of a person, and that a person who is involved in Torah, his name is spread over the world like a fragrance that spreads far and beyond. And people try to come to somebody who's involved in Torah to seek advice from them. Yodav Galilei Zahav, his hands are like rods of gold. Mumulayim Tarshish, that are studded with Tarshish, which is a type of special stone. That means that we shabeach the luchais, that the words that are embedded in the luchais are more desirable than the most precious gold. And Me'av Eshes Eish, the stomach of God, so to speak, the stomach of my husband is like his body is polished ivory, mu'ulefes sapir, and overlaid with sapphires. Again, this is Torah Sanistar. This is the hidden parts of the Torah, the Kabbalah part of the Torah. That's the panemius of the Torah, the insides of the Torah, like the intestines that destroy like a shane, like a teeth, all the mazikim of the gashmias and the ruchnias. Shoika would describe now, basically, it's describing a person's body, but we're describing, so to speak, my husband's body, the Rabbeinu Shalom's body, in a mashal. Shoikav, his thighs, amudei sheish, are like pillars of sheish. Miusadim, set upon adnei paz, sockets of gold. Mar'eu kalavonain, his appearance is like Lebanon. Bachol karazim, like the best of the cedars. Okay. Now, chikoy mamtakim, his mouth is sweet. The words of the Torah are sweet, those that listen to it. V'kulei machmadim, and it's all delightful. Any appearance, any revelation that we have is all causes us to desire more. And now, this is how we describe the Rabbeinu Shloim, the Torah, the Nister of the Torah, the Nigla of the Torah, the Nister of the Torah. It's all part of HaKadosh Baruch Hu's body. His Taltalim, it refers to his hair. Even the crowns of the Torah have meaning to it. And so this is how our response to the Gumas Olam that ask, what's so special about your husband that you made us swear that if we find him, we should tell him that you're lovesick for him. We described our husband's body, our Rabbeinu Shloim, and Zeh Doidi V'Zeh Re'eh, this is my beloved, this is my this is my beloved, this is my love, B'nai Yerushalayim, you daughters of Jerusalem, you Umas Olam. So far we did the first 5. As Shem will continue on with chapter 6.